We are the foundation, bulletproof the hating. From the plantation, we built the whole nation. We are the foundation, bulletproof the hating. From the plantation, we built the whole nation. We are the foundation, bulletproof the hating. From the plantation, we built the whole nation. We are the foundation, bulletproof the hating. From the plantation, we built the whole nation.
Well, so what do we have here? So Caricom is requesting $33 trillion in reparations from various European nations. Yeah, foundational family, I'm thinking the same thing y'all thinking. This video is fair use, and of course, roll the footage.
Caribbean nations will demand $33 trillion, £26.5 trillion, and a formal apology from European countries over their role in the transatlantic slave trade. Caricom, a political and economic union of 15 Caribbean countries, has established a 10-point plan to negotiate a financial settlement with Britain, France, Spain, and Denmark as part of a process of international reconciliation. The plan will include a full formal apology, education and health funding, transfers of technology and debt cancellation. A report produced by an American consulting firm Brattle for Caricom estimates that Britain owes $19.6 trillion, while Spain owes $6.3 trillion and France $6.5 trillion. Jamaica is owed $9.5 trillion. Vereen Shepherd, a Jamaican professor of history and vice chairwoman of the Reparations Commission for Caricom, told The Times that Caricom needed a negotiating figure to begin with. The crime is huge. The responsibility for what happened is huge. Caricom's website notes that some European governments have only published a statement of regret rather than a full apology. It adds, such statements do not acknowledge that crimes have been committed and represent a refusal to take responsibility for such crimes. Statements of regrets represent, furthermore, a reprehensible response to the call for apology in that they suggest that victims and their descendants are not worthy of an apology. Only an explicit formal apology will suffice within the context of the CRJP. The King of Netherlands has offered a formal apology for his nation's links to slavery, but the British government has not. In 2021, King Charles called Britain's involvement in the slave trade the darkest days of our past, while on a visit to Barbados. Speaking in the House of Commons in April, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak denied that the UK would offer a formal apology or commit to reparatory justice through reparations. He said he believed that trying to unpick our history is not the right way forward, and it's not something that we will focus our energies on. Last year, former BBC correspondent Laura Trevelyan donated £100,000 in reparations to the University of West Indies UWI in Grenada over her family's ownership of more than 1,000 enslaved Africans. Ali Gill, a lawyer and chair of the island nation's Reparations Commission, told The Telegraph that she hoped that King Charles would revisit the issue of reparations and make a more profound statement beginning with an apology, and that he would make resources from the royal family available for reparative justice. He should make some money available. We are not saying that he should starve himself and his family. And we are not asking for trinkets. But we believe we can sit around a table and discuss what can be made available for reparative justice.
Now, there was once a time, in the not-so-distant past, that us foundational Black Americans would have been riding for the Caribbeans to get this reparations, pushing hard, going hard, supporting them. But in this new age of realizing that none of these other groups ever cared about us or supported us, they even look down on us and think they're better than us, which brought us to this new era of delineation. They have to hold their own nuts. Now, as we all know, none of these confirmed white supremacists in England, the United States, or any one of these other European nations wants to come out their pockets to give any black people anywhere any types of reparations.
I don't think reparations for something that happened 150 years ago, for whom none of us currently living are responsible, is a good idea.
You've already taken so much more than we were ever willing to give. If you're unhappy here in Britain, truly unhappy, then please leave. And if you want to start looking at the past, then Please look at the whole picture and not just cherry picking things that match your narrative. Maybe you should start by demanding reparations from other black people, because black people for over 200 years sold other black people to Portuguese, French and British merchants, but other black people from other tribes, but they were of the same race. So maybe you should start demanding reparations from other black people, but that wouldn't suit the anti-white narrative, would it? Reparations are just another form of anti-white guilt, and our answer is no. The age of guilt is over.
They don't believe that karma is real. They don't believe that God's wrath is real. But trust me, they're gonna face both. Right now, they think that they are God. But wait till they find out they're not. Now, us foundational black Americans could be some real haters and be like the Caribbeans that's living in the United States right now. What, half of them, every time they open their mouth, they say that foundational black Americans don't deserve reparations. And the other half that live here are trying to get in on our reparations.
The impression down here is that Caribbean people who live in the United States, black people, would not be entitled to any reparation paid by the US government. But we are saying that's not right. We're saying that's divisive of the black population in the United States. We're saying that Caribbean immigrants have been harmed by that system through racial profiling, discrimination.
Now we could be some haters and go to Caricom and say, hey, wait a minute. You requesting reparations from England? Last time we checked, from 1619 to 1776, the people who become known as foundational black Americans were slaves under the British Empire. We could say we want in on that, Caricom. We could be some big time haters if we wanted to. And for my Pan-Africanists listening, since y'all think black people from around the world love us so much, why don't you call up Caricom and ask them why they haven't included the foundational black Americans in the reparations claim against England, since y'all think all black people is one big loving tribe with your delusional asses.
Don't forget to subscribe, Channel Raw TV, baby.